Yeah.
So you have Podkolzin, Henrique, and then Hyman on the breakaway where he misses the net, and Allen doesn't even need to make a save. Like, they gave up grade A's. They gave up the 2-on-1. There was the play where I think it was Kovacevic ate shit behind the net, and Brown picked up the puck. They got a scoring chance there. Like, they put in a ton of really, really good scoring chances. And Rich does say, the entire third period is one and dones and turnovers at their blue line.
That's fair. The third period was pretty dull.
Yeah, the third, and that's what I meant when, like, they just had no high end. They had no killer instinct. Like, again, that game was still up for grabs in the third period. You could have sat there in the third or in the second intermission and been like, boys, we're down 2-0 and we are doubling them in shots, pedal to the floor. And they just didn't have that. It's a game where I think they obviously, like, every night you miss Connor McDavid, but last night specifically, McDavid making one big play could have changed the course of that hockey game. And you're missing that killer instinct that comes with having 97 in the lineup. So it's annoying. Someone else said the offense is putrid. They've been shut out twice this year and basically shut out 2 other times. Dallas, they scored late. Columbus, they scored late. You compare that to last season where the Oilers were shut out 3 times over the course of the whole season, and they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other games where they had 1 goal. So over the course of 82 games last year, they had 10 times where they were held to 1 goal or less. And this year they are already at 5 games where they've been held to 1 goal or less. Halfway to last year's total, and we are 1/7 of the way through this season. So that is disappointing as well. I totally understand that. The offense needs to get going. And I do think, similar to last season, early in the year, they were unlucky. And I do think right now there is a touch of being unlucky with this team. Again, last night, a lot of empty nets. Those eventually start turning the other way for you. And this team is very capable of going on a 3-month run where they never get shut out, or a 3-month run where they're scoring at least 2 goals in every single game. Just again, looking at last year and when those shutouts came, only one of them actually came early in the year when they were struggling. It was when they lost 3-0 to the New York Rangers, but a bunch of those 1 goal against performances, Canucks, Flyers, Panthers, Islanders. There was another one in there too, the Jets, where they came early in the season. So later in the season, the Oilers offense woke up last year is kind of the point of this little rant I'm doing. And I do think to an extent it'll wake up at some point and go on a heater. Like, again, I'm calm about this team right now. I'm so far from freaking out about anything.
Me too. And I agree with you. I think when you go back and look at those games too, where they were either shut out or 1-goal games, like, their offense was pretty good against Dallas. Jake Ottinger had a really good game last night. And granted, like, these are all going to be related to goalies having good games, but like, the Oilers missed like 2 open nets yesterday.
Yeah.
Winnipeg is probably the only game this season where it's like, okay, that was horrendous. That was really, really bad. Even Columbus, they had really good. They had the post twice. Like, not worried. Like, the guys like Nugent Hopkins need to figure it out, but everyone else, you can kind of see they're coming through.
Yeah, totally. Tanner is in on the Odd Company YouTube chat. Unlucky is fine for a stretch of games. We're on game 13, moving to 14. That's too big of a sample size to say unlucky. Offense need to create different looks, bear down, and score. Like, yes and no. I mean, 13 games, sure, but like, let's frame it this way. If they went through this 13-game stretch in January after starting the season 9-3, or whatever you could be in January, 15-8, if they went through this stretch then, you're just saying they're unlucky. And again, I think we'll view this stretch of hockey. Again, last year, it was about this long of being unlucky. Like, it can happen. You look 5-on-5 shooting percentage. They have the 3rd worst 5-on-5 shooting percentage in the NHL. You're going to sit here and tell me that they're the 3rd worst accuracy, decisiveness, whatever word you want to use. They're 3rd worst at finishing their chances in the NHL, with Jeff Skinner, 35-plus goal guy, pretty consistent, 30-plus goal guy in his career. Zach Hyman, who's going to score you 30 every year. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is more often than not a 20-goal guy in this forward group. McDavid, Draisaitl, like, go down the list.
Yeah.
You're telling me that they're shooting at 5.74% as a team the entire season? Like, there's just no way. This team will finish the year in the top half of the league in shooting percentage. And I mean, even last season with their slow start, they finished 15th. They found a way to get that shooting percentage up to 8.81% last year, tied with the Sabres for 14th. And this is just at 5-on-5, by the way, the numbers I'm looking at. But
yeah, well, they just put 5 past the UC on Thursday.
Yeah, without Connor McDavid. If there is a 13-game stretch, and I'm not even saying like the Oilers yes, Evan Bouchard's got to get pucks through. It's beyond frustrating right now. Zach Hyman's got to hit the net on that breakaway. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins needs to shoot the puck way more than he is right now. They were looking off great opportunities yesterday. Nuge looked off a perfect one where he's in the slot and it's like, rip the damn thing, and he just didn't want to. Like, I agree with you guys in the sense that they need to be better.
Yeah, I do too.
But there is an element of luck, even though it's been 13 games and it's frustrating because we follow them and we watch all 60 minutes every night, and then we sit here and you guys tune into this show and we talk about them for an hour. We live and die on the roller coaster, and that I get it. I totally understand where you guys are coming from with all of this. But the Oilers will finish the year around 8 or 9%. They're at 5.5 right now. That means, I'm not a great math guy, there's a 13-game stretch coming where they shoot 12% or 10% or whatever that number is to get them back down the middle. I think it's actually 11. But yeah, the killer instinct's lacking. They'll wake up. I think it's gotten better. Like,
agreed.
They showed good killer instinct against Nashville. I mean, early on in that game against Calgary, they looked like they were going to boat race them.
Hyman scored a huge goal in the third period against Calgary.
Massive goal. That's good killer instinct.
I know it's the Penguins, but they put 50 shots up on the Penguins and scored 4 goals. Like, I don't know. I think I'm not really too worried about it, to be honest. I understand the concern of it and all that good stuff, but at the end of the day, we gotta don't ride the waves too hard, folks.
And what's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.